And Golden Sabers some more, and I was having some problems, some inconsistent velocities and different things, and I had some really good comments on my last video. Charlie Brass Stuffer and Loads of Bacon both were, talking about the crimp and how important the crimp is, and I went back and I looked at everything I was doing, and I thought maybe it was a powder, maybe it was a seating depth. It was probably a little bit of the seating depth, because I went back and I seated them just a tad bit deeper, and it seems like I got more consistent velocities. But I think I determined the major problem I was having, because I set my dies up the first time I loaded, and I had S&B, mainly S&B and Federal brass, Cellar and Belay and Federal, on 38 special. That was my first loads that I had, and I set it up and they shot great, everything worked perfect, I didn't have any trouble. Then when I went back and I reloaded those Golden Sabers, I was using some Remington brass that I shot, and that's what I was having trouble with. And I went back and I looked at everything, and here's the bullet I was using. Here's 3 cases. This is S&B, this is the Federal, and then this is the Remington. And all these I've already, sized and flared. And this is, this bullet will fit in there, and I mean it's snug. It just fits right in there, snug. I mean, I could push it on down a little bit, but that's a pretty good snug fit for the S&B. And I mean, it's hard to, now I gotta pull it out of there, but it fits down in there good, it seats good. So this is the Federal, and this is the same amount of flare and everything. It fits in there a little bit, not quite as snug, but still pretty snug, where there's still quite a bit of tension on there. The same amount of flare, same sizing, everything, on some Remington brass. And I mean, the bullet just so there's my problem right there. So basically, this Remington brass that I loaded up, which go figure, Remington brass and Remington Golden Saber, but whatever. So same sizing, same amount of flare, everything. 3 different manufacturers. These 2, the Cellar and Belay, and actually I weighed all these, and I weighed several of them. And believe it or not, the S&B, even though it's the cheaper, I guess, ammo that I bought, the brass consistently weighed more, and usually 2 to 3 grains more than the other 2. So, which is kind of strange, but it's heavier brass, and I don't know if they use a different, slightly different metal, slightly different stiffer metal brass. I don't really know. I'm not really, but it's the same sizing, same amount of flare, and these 2 had real good neck tension, real good crimp, real consistent velocities. These, when I shot, and I used the same flare, same crimp and everything, and I was just getting stuff all over the place. So 38 special, and I guess any caliber really, your brass matters, and this is stuff that I'm kind of learning as I go along. Most people probably already know this, and they're gonna say, well, yeah, you should already know that, but this is the type of thing that I'm learning. Maybe I shouldn't even be making videos about reloading, because I'm pretty new at it, but this is the type of stuff I'm learning as I'm going. I'm figuring stuff out. So I'm going to stick with the especially for this bullet, the S&B and the Federal brass, and the Remington brass. If I use it, I mean, I'm going to have to adjust my dies. I'm going to have to loosen up the flare and tighten up the crimp quite a bit. I'm not just going to be able to crank them out, I'm going to have to do some adjustment on the Remington brass. So as strange as it is, that's, you know, that's what I've determined. But the S&B, I mean, it's the best as far as what I've gotten 38 special. It shoots the best. I get the most consistent velocities with this. The Federal is right behind it, and I mean, it's just crazy. The same sizing, same amount of crimp, run it right through the same. Everything's the same, and that's what you get. So, anyways, hopefully, if anybody's watching this video, maybe it helped them out. Hopefully, everybody's doing good, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.